hot yoga. That's always fun.
Oh, you did some yoga already?
Did some yoga.
Yeah,
yoga
I did.
And you said the meat was good? Oh, no, you said the week was good.
The meat was awesome.
Oh, shit!
It was.
Oh, my goodness.
Like I said, that's why he ain't coming back. Yeah.
Word? That's how you doing? You ain't gonna ghost
him and split him?
No, we can still communicate. You just can't come over.
What the fuck out of here?
Oh, that's fucked up.
No good pussy. And like, oh, I come over. No.
He's like, nah. I said,
he's about to do some work.
well, how fast can you be here? He was like, oh, give me 30 minutes. This man went by UNCC.
God damn.
That nigga was risking it all.
That nigga Vin Diesel his way down
I
into
was
that
like,
pussy.
how did you? He was like, oh, I was already on the way down there. I said, oh, so you were just coming on hoping a prayer? Or like,
what's up?
how the fuck that shit work?
I don't know what he was.
That's neither here nor there. So yeah, outside of that, you know, I've been chilling.
That's what's up. That's what's up. I ain't mad at that. Josh?
Same old shit. Nah, I got the results from my Ancestry.com thing. But
You did it?
Yeah, my mom was supposed to email it to me. Let me text you.
Why don't you call her, bro?
Oh, did y'all hear about the company that's now allowing like federal agents and police officers and stuff like that to use the DNA to find familial links?
To do what?
To find, so, you know, when you submit it, of course, it's on record. As it stands right now, there hasn't been a DNA company, like an Ancestry.com, like a DNA company that was openly willing to allow government officials or law enforcement officials to access that DNA.
Okay.
So now I have to look up the name, but there's a company that has now allowed them to begin doing it. They have to have a warrant or, you know, like legal documentation to be able to do it, but they're going to allow them access to the database. I think they said to date there's only been like 10 uses or whatever, but they've changed the agreement that you sign, basically letting you know that they reserve the right to release your DNA to law enforcement if they have the proper documentation, all kinds of stuff like that. I was like, shit.
That's gonna fuck their business up. Especially if alternatives that won't.
Yeah, it is.
If you was the only option, okay, whatever.
And their reasoning was, it's not like officers can't make an account and send some DNA in and find it that way. Like, there's nothing stopping them from doing that. They can't necessarily use it in court, but there's nothing stopping them from doing that. So they were like, it's kind of like it's inevitable anyway. And then, but the other issue from the other side was, what about these people? Because I think the company has been around since like 2008. So it's like, what about these people who, when they originally joined, this wasn't what they agreed to? Would their DNA still be admissible? And if not, what you gonna do? Like, delete it out your system? Like, how does that work? You know,
they didn't sign that agreement. So,
so it's interesting.
That's interesting. Very interesting.
So, no, the vote's probably gonna happen. Like, they're gonna do that They're gonna resend out the EULA or whatever.
But it's like, what if they did? What if they go to the?
Damn, sorry.
You know what? Like,
the other one.
It's not even on. That one's not on either.
It's not.
No, turn it on.
Hey, I don't know. Anyway, but like, you know those EULAs or whatever, they probably gonna send them that in the mail. Tell them that, oh, do you accept this or something like that.
Right.
You know, if they don't, I guess they won't be continuing the services. So
that's Mike with his little. That's what's up.
But yeah, that's all I did. But it wasn't my DNA, by the way. It was my grandma's DNA. Okay. I went to the top of the chain and traced it back for her. I think my mom said something about Cameroon.
Cameroonian, bro?
I can see that.
Cameroonian.
I'm done.
But
you wild.
So the answer.
Okay, so here is my results. Well, my granny's results. Cameroon, Congo, and Southern Bantu peoples, 34%.
Wow.
Benin, Togo, 24%. England, Wales, and Northwestern Europe, 14%.
Slaves.
Yeah.
Ireland and Scotland, 12%. Ivory Coast, Ghana, 5%. Norway, 4%.
She ain't black, bro.
She's 1% Nigerian.
I think everybody 1% Nigerian.
So it sounds like most of our
Cameroon.
Yeah. What side of Africa is that? Anybody know? Is that Western or Eastern? Central?
I don't know. Let's look it up. I don't know. Like, I've heard of it. I just don't know where it's at.
dancing in my head.
So yeah,
Can't see it.
Let me see. Cameroon is a Central African country.
okay.
So yeah, Central African.
Smack dab in the middle.
Yeah.
I didn't mean it. I just realized what.
But
I
their
just realized.
official languages is French and English,
Yes.
and this is their flag.
There's no such thing as African
Oh shit.
as a language.
We from Slammeroon.
That's what's up, man. Damn, congratulations.
Yeah, man.
That's dope.
I'm done, bro.
What are you doing?
What are you
It's
doing?
not
bro?
on.
Video.
What you
Nah, I did.
Oh, you turned it on? Oh.
Turn that mic off. That one sucks.
That one's crispy,
Yo, I got
crackly.
Turn that one on.
I did.
Oh, all right, cool.
Lord of mercy.
There you go. I'm trying. All right.
But
Yeah,
yeah, so it looks like we're from, and like I said, we got some Norway, Irish. You know,
Yeah, but
that's slave shit, probably.
Yeah.
North Europe, Northern Europe.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, you know where that come from.
No Spanish at all, which is God.
I'm kind of surprised. I thought
because,
my granny would have more native in her.
Native American.
Yeah, Native American. I thought she would have that, but she didn't. So that's surprising. That's probably the most surprising thing about
Why
it.
did you think that?
Because I saw some old family photos and we had some Native American people in the photos. I don't know, like from our previous generation, and I don't know if that was like her grandfather. Then she didn't really give a background history, but it was a picture of a Native American who I thought was her grandfather.
Yeah.
So that's why I thought maybe we would have more Native American percentage in
So
her.
do they have like the headdress and stuff like that in the picture, or?
Nah, it just was him chilling. Like he just had on regular clothes. It looked like it probably was like. It looked like the picture was taken probably in the '60s or something.
Oh, okay.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Anything else?
Interessante.
Other than that,
Okay. Oz?
Hey, this is us. I know you're gonna wait for me to do some weird shit, but I'm not doing that.
what?
Fucking hate you.
Yeah.
This is hilarious.
Anyway, I mean, so far, like our week, we're talking about our week and stuff.
Yeah.
Shit, I've been just.
Been on computers, bro.
I've been
Like
building like
some
some
computers,
these
G.
computers.
I bet he said that he was like, shit.
Yo, I've been busy.
Been working.
Yo, I just got chemo PC.
That's what's up.
Steve was last week.
Yeah, I seen his shit. He got the Grinch set up.
Yeah.
That's pretty dope.
So I got a question. When you're building you're building it for them. Do they pay you to build it, or they just give you the money to get the parts?
Well, it depends. Like Steve, he got the parts sent to his house, and basically I would just go over his house and build it.
Okay.
And like chemo, I already had the parts. He was basically buying a PC from me. I just went over.
Okay.
And,
That's what's up.
manufactured. And Cedric needs his laptop fixed. I set that up too.
Oh shit.
So
Yeah, I'm gonna send you mine. Yeah. We'll talk.
yeah, we'll talk.
Okay, eyes out here on this little hustle. Yeah, all right.
Hustle gang, nigga.
Real quick, I forgot to say this. If y'all see Geechee Experience on Facebook, please follow it.
I do.
Please.
I
Yes,
follow it.
follow
What's the
them.
Geechee experience?
It's this brother and sister from Charleston,
Yeah.
and they're basically starting off just by like explaining the Geechee language to non-Geechee folk. So different words that's used in the area, whatever, what it means, and all that good stuff. But it's really cool. Just shedding light onto that area, because I feel like people just look at it as just broken English or
But it's
speaking.
actually like
It's a mixture of African language.
it's like the way,
with
and plus like
English.
it's a way of living. Like,
Yeah.
you know,
Not like American patois. Like
Basically,
Yeah.
it's not just broke. Like, we're not dumb. Basically,
Yeah.
it's not just broken English,
Yeah,
but that's
niggas
how it's
be
been
thinking-
perceived.
People be thinking they stupid now. I'm like,
Yeah,
no, they're not
no.
stupid.
No.
Cut that out.
So yeah, if you just, follow them.
I'm already following them
Yeah,
because
they cool shit.
I took an interest in that real heavy.
yeah, it's a year.
I'll be sharing their videos.
Of course. Look, if my lady's from Charleston, I want to know about Charleston. You know what I'm saying? I mean,
I got your girl from Charleston.
yeah.
It's so funny. Like my best friend that I was a roommate with, her now husband is from Charlotte, but me and her are from the Low Country. So he had never heard her speak like in her home accent. And we got drunk one night. We were talking, and he was like, bro, what did you just say? And who are y'all right now? Like, what is this? I was like, listen, all right.
It happens.
Yeah. But now he's so, like, he be so proud. Yeah, you know, my wife, she's from the low country, you know, she got her roots with Geechee Gullah people. So I'm like, bro. Yeah, like, we American.
Like,
chill out now.
What about anything else? What else you had going on?
Not much, you know.
You didn't do nothing today?
Yeah, me and my girlfriend hung out. Got some flowers.
She came in here with the pup, looking all cute and shit.
Yeah. Yeah, but we plan on doing more stuff next week.
What y'all about to do?
What y'all did in Asheville? Ooh.
No.
I can't stand him.
Why are you
making beef patty?
Put it in between something.
You about to die. You like these eyes jump off the fucking Bank of America building.
Oh, God.
Pull up the bigger.
Damn, G. That's what's up.
Yeah, we good.
That's what's up. Anything else, G?
Nah, man. I'm ready for this Miami trip.
Yeah. we gonna get that situated.
Yeah,
we gonna definitely get that situated. My week was dope, man.
Start with Asheville.
Thank
you.
Let me get to it. So, you know, shout out to T, because, you know, she hits me up. She was like, yo, I don't know if I know we was going to try to plan something, right? And she's like, I don't know what you had planned, but I just went ahead and just did this. I'm like, well, I kind of did have something planned, but cool. What's your plan? She was like, well, I went ahead and booked the room, and I'm not going to tell you where. I'm like, all right. How much is it? I'm not going to tell you how much. I was like, oh, okay, cool. I ain't got no problem with that. So she just told me the name of it after a while. And I was like, okay. I looked up. It's called the Grand Bohemian Hotel. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful place, right? So, you know.
No tropical heat going.
It was, the hotel is dope. So we go to Asheville. Mind you, this is the only thing about the trip that, like, scared the shit out of me. Was the trucks, like, during the mountains. I don't like going around the mountains.
Man,
and the trucks are right there.
It's like a rush.
I hate that shit.
I don't even press the brakes when I'm hitting the
Because she drove up there and I drove back. Now, I don't like being on the passenger side. I really hate being on the passenger side.
You be so close to the wrong side.
Yeah, I don't like that shit. I'm like, why is this truck right next to me? I'm looking at her. She's like, you scared? I'm like, I'm nervous. There's a difference. Like, fuck out of here. I ain't scared of shit. I ain't no bitch ass hoe out here. Mind you, I'm sitting in my head like, oh my God, please don't kill me. God, whatever, don't do it. So we pull up to the hotel. It's valet. I don't think there's any type of parking at all, like for yourself. They said it's free parking, but I ain't seen it. So we get to the valet. He takes our shit. We take our bags. That was dope. Walk inside. We see this big ass fireplace, and the way the fireplace is set up, from either side, it's open, so you can feel the heat from either side. You look around. It's like stuffed, wild boar, and it's like deer heads here. It's like this very, I guess the word like rustic, I guess, in wildernessy. I guess if that's a word. If not, I made it up. I don't give a fuck. We get to the desk. They're like, "Yo, would you like a glass of champagne?" I'm looking at her like, "Bitch, I already got a bottle of Douce in the bag. What the fuck? What you talking about? Anybody doing that shit? No, I don't want no fucking champagne. Fuck out of here."
Damn, bro.
No, I'm like, you ain't about to get me with the Oakley jokes. Fuck out of here.
Oakley jokes.
Exactly. So we was like, she's like, well, y'all have the King Suite. I'm like, because it's two separate buildings too. It's the building that we pulled up in and all that shit. And then you go outside of a door and then you just walk across the street. That's the other building where they got the suites and all that too. So go up in there. We walk in the room. Immediately when you walk in the room, you look to your left. Big ass bathroom, right? You got the big ass sink, and you got a shower, standing shower with a glass door. You got a toilet with a glass door, and you got this big ass sink with a big ass mirror. And you look to your right, it's a huge tub, big ass tub. And then if you look past the tub, you can see the bed, you can see the TV, window, all that shit, right? So if you want to have some privacy, you just take these curtains and you pull them closed. I was like, yo, this shit is so lit. I'm like, yo, this shit is lit. So, you know what I'm saying? We, you know, rocking out and all that. We're like, yo, we gotta get something to eat. So there's a restaurant inside the hotel, and I think it's like a 4-star restaurant. We could have ate there, and the price wasn't that bad because, you know, I had just got paid that Friday. Shout out to the motherfuckers paying my, you know, all my money. Yeah. All my money in that holiday. So, what, I had about $2,600? Thank you. Appreciate that. So, I needed that. This nigga wild. He came in
with the Coke 45? Came in with that OJ juice, man?
God damn, Billy B.
Yo,
you know what?
Shit, I ain't seen one of them in years.
I'm trying to tell you, like, that's old shit.
I'm not going to drink this shit. Too hot,
extremely unexpected.
Them shits come with a pack of Newports.
By the time we finish that, we have a perm and...
He got a brown paper bag and a gold tooth.
Like, listen here, Jack.
He gonna have a cigarette hanging out his mouth like this.
They come with a Jerry curl.
If you drink a whole Coke 45, you know how to fix carburetors. Automatically know how to fix carburetors.
And you pimp on the weekend.
That shit come with a cocaine habit, my nigga.
You stupid. Alright. So we end up finding a restaurant. Go to the restaurant. We ended up going to Longhorn because, you know, I wanted to eat some steak that day. You know, Longhorn got some pretty good steaks. So Tiara's like, oh, you know what? I'm gonna order a steak too. And I don't think she's a big like steak person like that. Mm-hmm. So she ordered it. She's like she asked me what, you know, what I would suggest and this and that. And I told her, you know, we should get this. And she's like, well, I'm gonna get this kind and I'm gonna just get it medium. I was like, cool, thank you. You're being adventurous. Because most black people order steaks well done.
Louis Vuitton leather.
Yeah, and I'm like, and I have to tell people like, yo, you know you can eat it medium, right? Like you won't die.
No, I want it to look like a belt.
I'm like, that don't even taste good. It tastes horrible. Like, come on, man, you're missing out all the juices and the flavor.
I've never had that problem. I'll eat medium well, I'll eat medium. But if you know how to prepare a steak, even if it's well, it still has juice, it still has taste. Yeah. Like, I don't... Yeah. That's a lack of skill on the preparer's part. Like...
Steak looking like...
I agree.
I just haven't had any good well-done steaks. Let's put it that way. I have. So. But,
fuck that.
We had that. You know, we having a good night and all that. So the next day... Whoa! While we were there, she got a flat tire. So we had to go ahead and get that changed for her. And next day, we put the spare and all that shit on. The next day, we had to go ahead and get the tire change. So while getting the tire change, we was just walking around this little strip mall, and there was like a nail shop. And I was like, you know what? You just say something about getting a pedicure. Like, let's go get a pedicure.
Oh yeah, I saw that with your little fat toes.
Yeah, don't hate.
His toes were like this little piggy went to market. Love you.
That's wild.
So nah, I mean, it was actually a pretty dope experience. I think like once a month, I'm probably gonna do that. Like this, it
feels good.
It felt yo. They put this like this mud mask shit on it, and then they put the hot towel around it, right? My shit then like it was hot as fuck, and then the dude kind of smacked it, and then the shit went cold. I was like, what the fuck is this? My foot in my calf. Yo.
Foot fucked.
But Chinese secret. So thank you. I was gonna do it, but he did it. So he did it. He's like ching chong bing bong. So that's the thing is Asian people. They're cool. I love them. But yo, I was like, yo, this is dope as hell. And it was funny because the dude. Okay, so the dude he started with Tiara's foot. And then there was lady doing mine, and then Tiara, she had, you know, she was getting her shit painted also. So the lady took Tiara to go paint hers, and the dude just finished up with mine. And he's over there talking to me. He's like, oh, that's your wife? I was like, nah, that's my girlfriend.
They be getting real personal now.
He's like, oh, okay. I'm like, she's beautiful. I'm like, appreciate it. He's like, yeah. She is sexy. I was like,
I got you.
Hey, don't let me fuck you up.
No, I thought it was funny because he was like, so when y'all get married, I'm like, yo, we chilling right now.
You trying to see if you should shoot a shot? Like,
it's okay. Look,
no,
that would have been a hard pass.
He wanted an invite. He's like,
He trying to get in when he
He gonna be like, hey, when you get married, don't forget about your
They be
wedding.
like, only get toe done? You don't want nail done? Nail too? No, I'm okay. What about your eyebrow? I mean, you beautiful girl, you want your eyebrow done? No, I'm okay. You got boyfriend? Nah, you get your eyebrow done, you get boyfriend.
That's how they get you? Oh, okay.
I be like, nah, I'm good.
No, you gotta look at them with and have the Curb Your Enthusiasm song in the background. Like, what the fuck? Like, what is that supposed to mean? But got that shit done, and then we just explored like downtown Asheville, and they got a lot of breweries down there, so it was dope. You know what I'm saying? We had we went to this pizza spot, and the wings there slap. Them shit slap. They were like this fucking big, and they like double fried them bitches, so they were like crunchy, crispy with the sauce on them hoes. Them shit was good as fuck.
What's the name of it?
I forgot the name of it. I'll look it up again and I'll give it to you. Cause it's good as shit. The beer was good. It was funny because I'm drinking beer and she tasted like a little bit of my beer and she was like, "Oh, what the fuck? Like, how do you drink this shit?" I'm like, "It's an acquired taste."
It's like fiery.
Like, come on, man. It's like you gotta be into it. So it is. Ended up going to the mall for a little bit because I always like to check out every mall in every city for some odd reason because they all got different shit. But
everybody, I know I do that.
Yeah, it's just dope to go
like
see
the
your mall
first
somewhere
place
else.
I go is like
the
mall when I go somewhere new I've never been before.
Exactly. But it was the one thing I can say about the city itself. It has a weird vibe to it. Like the white people there are weird.
Like Get Out weird? Like what kind of weird?
Just like not like Get Out weird.
Right.
Yeah. Kind of that vibe. It's weird.
I was being funny, but
Deadass. Like you see, like they're all on the same wavelength, right? And like the black people there is just not knowing what's going on type shit. So it's like, and I'm looking like, y'all don't know this shit? Because they got two types. They got the people who's been there like their whole life type shit, and then they got like the hipsters. The hipsters is like normal people, so it is what it is. They're like, all right, we're just here to drink beer and smoke hookah all day and ride skateboards. I'm like, all right, that's what's up. But all in all, it was a dope ass trip, man. Like,
I mean, they make movies about mountain people all the time, and they're never nice.
They do. So I would advise if y'all been to Asheville, go to Asheville. Like it's really nice. Check out the Grand Bohemian Hotel. I swear to God, you will not be disappointed. The service there is awesome. It was great. Like, they get 5 stars from me.
That's what's up.
Yeah. So man, we killed a good bit of time talking about our week. That was dope.
I want to say something. I forgot to mention.
What's up?
I went to the mall, and it's Black History Month, so support a black business. I try to support a black business. But there's a lady there who got a kiosk called a Smart Cookie. She got some fire ass cookies, bro. So if you ever in North Lake Mall, go holler at a Smart Cookie.
She makes the cookies.
Yeah, she make her herself.
Okay, cool. I'm with that because I'm all about supporting
a Smart Cookie.
Yeah.
Pretty dope.
I usually go to the lady in our mall on Rock Hill when she was there, and she would have like the oils and shit. Sometimes she's there like around Christmas, so I don't know. But she be having like the smell goods and all type of other shit. I fucks with her. Like she's cool. I support that. I don't support anything else because fuck everybody else, I guess. But it's Valentine's Day, people.
Day of love.
This is our 3rd episode of a Valentine's Day shit. Like me and Ajay did too. Them shits were ignorant.
It's fucking stupid, yo.
It's fuck, yo. Oh man, good times.
I don't remember last time I got some Valentine's Day cheeks, yo.
Damn, bro.
I know I got some February 15th ass, but not.
You get the February 13th ass? Just...
Nah, if you don't get no 13th, don't even look at him on the 14th. Fuck that.
I already got my present. I'm good.
Oh, word?
I mean, I didn't say that.
You did.
Some men maybe think that.
Yes,
Not this guy, though. Wink, wink.
Oh, word? What you doing? Gonna crack some yeeks?
No, I'm just saying, like, if I get some yeeks the day before Valentine's Day, well, not me, but a friend told me. If you get some yeeks before the Valentine's Day, you might not get your gift on Valentine's Day.
What? That's trifling
That
as
don't make no
hell, dog.
Bro,
That's
who is this
trifling
person?
as hell.
Bro, you ain't shit.
He from West Virginia,
Nah,
by way of Cameroon.
That's
You're right. Slammer room.
So she give you some ass on the 13th. I'm the opposite. Like, if you give some ass on the 13th, like, yeah, I'll take you out and all that shit. But this is my thing. If I don't see you for 2 months, but you gonna call me, you don't even say happy birthday to me in January, but you gonna call me for Valentine's Day?
You gonna do that?
You can get Kylie died. Like, get the fuck out of here, yo.
Damn, bro. Right. Not died.
Like, yo, no, like, if I ain't get a happy birthday, but you gonna give me a happy Valentine's, get the fuck out of here. We're not gonna go. You come to the crib.
Yo, you boy.
And I'm gonna tell you, like, yo, bring me got me a 6-pack on the way here. You're not going out. Fuck out of here.
Yo, do you think y'all think Valentine's Day is overrated? Like, it's too much.
It's not even. I got so many complaints about
It's
fucking
overrated, but at the same time, it's not like it's the worst thing in the world.
You shouldn't wait for February 14th to show your girl you love or show your other you love them.
Yeah, exactly.
Like,
It's commercialized. Let's put it that way.
Yeah.
Agreed.
I still see some people with the, you know.
And it's Valentine's Day, for a back another way to say it, is to shut your girl the fuck up. Like, get her as nice as you go talk to her friends about it. Bitch, he got me this and we went there. Like, bitch, we did that on February 12th. Why the fuck you gotta? That shit dumb. This is a reason for women to go and talk to their friends like, oh, look at all the stuff I got and compare shit. Like, fuck out of here. I'm not with the shit.
So, Kia, is that what
I just see dollar signs. Like, that's how I think about February 14th. Like, why not? I'm gonna take advantage of the consumerism. Somebody go buy something.
I ain't mad at that.
I'm not really. It's always a pleasant surprise when I get a present, but anyone that I'm seriously dating, I'm like, listen, it's not a big deal, and I'm gonna tell you, I'm not buying you anything for Valentine's Day.
No dude is gonna believe
that. Like, I'm not gonna do it.
We're not trained to believe that,
and that's fine. But I'm just saying, I put it out there. Like, what you choose to do is what you choose to do. The minute I buy you something, you be like, oh, I don't want it. I'm like, here you go. I'm stupid. You be like, all right, I didn't get you nothing. Like, I know this bitch. You better get me something. No, I don't.
God damn it.
I do not buy for Valentine's Day. I do not buy. I just don't subscribe to it.
I mean, I told T I ain't want shit, and she was like, "Oh, I ain't get you nothing." I'm like, "Cause I ain't want shit."
Yeah, I appreciate it.
But I don't buy shit either. Fuck that.
The stuff I bought for her is simple shit. Like, I ain't worried about that.
Fuck that.
Now birthdays, I go all out for birthdays.
Oh yeah,
and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? But
you know my motto. I don't expect nobody to care more about my birthday than me. So my birthday, I'm going out. I'm ready. I'm good for my birthday, yo. But any other holidays, I just feel like they for kids, yo. Like.
That's true. That's probably the only time that I really celebrated Valentine's Day when I was in high school. It was a really good Valentine's Day. When
you don't know better, once you start knowing better, you got priorities, you got better things to put your money towards. And if you can't, if I fuck with you and you can't appreciate me, put my money towards other things that are fucking bettering me, then I don't need to be fucking with you in the first place. Mm-hmm. You want a lobster, bitch? I can cook you lobster anytime. You be fucking May 8th. Bitch, let's get this lobster. Lobster and dick.
I did not know that was on the menu for her, bro.
It's always on the menu, guys.
Double protein, you know.
Wow.
That's the first thing on the menu before everything else. Not even alphabetical order. Dick, A, B, C.
That's the precursor. That's the first page. Dick. Like, wait a
dick come before bacon, bitch.
How much? And how much is this? $3.99.
Goddamn seasonal. They got the price next to it.
You gotta tell them bitches a la carte.
That's special.
I mean, like.
But I feel that way about a lot of holidays. Like the same for Christmas. Like I tell my family and I don't buy Christmas presents. I don't.
Nah. If you
and I won't. And I don't expect any.
Listen, if you're over the age of 16 and you want to get a job, I'm not buying you shit ever again in your life, you know.
The only thing I want on Christmas is grandma food. Like, that's all I want. A good old meal. That's it.
Like my family, we get together and we play video games and Monopoly and shit like that for holidays, yo. Other than that, like we do the kids, the kids, they get presents. Like my nephews get sneakers and toys and games and everything. But other than that, we here for the food. We're gonna play games. We're gonna talk shit to each other. My mom gonna crack jokes on you, and that's it. So we all say, all right, good night. Everybody go their drunken ways and do whatever they're doing for the rest of the night.
Sounds about right. Like I said, I don't have a problem with the holiday at all. I mean, or I'm not even gonna call it a holiday. It's just a day, really. Even this year, we didn't want to do anything for each other. I just wanted to get her a couple of things, small, simple shit.
But this is our first Valentine.
Yeah.
So it's like a milestone. But if you're like, if y'all been together 42 years, you like, yeah, let me get this bitch something before she get on my goddamn nerves about it. I don't hear that shit.
Did you just give me a sponge?
Yeah,
you know.
Yeah,
Happy kind of shower.
Yeah, the spoons look a little bit dirty, so I bust them suds a little harder. Come on, let me lick your balls real quick before I do these dishes.
Valentine's Day shit.
Valentine balls lick.
Alright, get down there.
Appreciate that.
She like,
That's not the sound.
I wouldn't know, but I'm just
Just
saying.
saying, as an expert, that's not the
I
sound.
don't know. I always figured they'd like,
If they're that small, that's a problem. Like, you shouldn't.
no, she's just nibbling.
Yo, that's a piece of
strategy. What you
I
say?
don't want none of that shit. Delicioso. Like,
This nigga said
I didn't know. That's not it.
fantastical. Like, Jesus Christ.
Small-tastic.
You guys are disgusting.
Oh, yeah, we are.
Wait,
I'm not like you guys.
You say that?
Oh, Lord.
Yeah,
Here we
you're
go.
You're right.
It's like, oh,
No, I mean, like I said, I mean, you know, Valentine's Day, it don't have that big of a meaning to me. It's just, you know, it's just another day. It is what it is, you know. For the people that are celebrating it and having fun, cool. That's what's up. Like, yo, don't kill yourself over it. Like, oh,
Right.
man, I gotta go here get her this big-ass bear.
Right.
I gotta go get this big old box of chocolate
Right.
and take out to eat and buy these Jordans that
Then
are
you
bread.
can't give me nothing to eat for the rest of the month. Nah,
Exactly.
dog, what you doing?
Exactly.
Better money management skills.
You know what, nigga, just cook her a dinner and give her a movie and,
Listen.
you know, don't get on her nerves about it.
Cook me and dinner nothing but a bow tie. We can talk.
yo, what's
Yo.
up? Yo,
He like, yeah, you gotta untie this. But it's not on your neck. I know.
Yeah.
It's only never mind.
Oh,
Moving
you about to
forward.
say something? Go ahead. Nah, let it fly.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, now you ain't got nothing to say.
No.
So,
That's fun.
yeah, I know. So, one of the things that happened this week was the Gucci shit. The Gucci. Gucci for some reason, and you know all these other clothing lines. Me personally, I'm not surprised by anything that they do. I don't shop Gucci, and it's not because of all that. I'm not gonna lie, I can't afford it, so you know I'm not going to. And I mean, I never thought about even trying to afford it anyway. Honestly, I'm sorry, man. That shit is just they know what they're doing. They're not stupid. And they know that while doing this, that it's going to create some type of controversy, and then people are going to end up buying whatever it is anyway. Because that's usually what happens. Because they create the controversy, they come out with some type of apology. Oh, I'm sorry. Okay. And now it's, all right, well, we're good now. Black people, you can go back to buying it. Yay, we can buy Gucci because, you know, we love that shit. It's like, nah, bro, like, I don't buy shit I can't afford. And if I can't afford it, it's still too expensive. I'm good on it. Like, it don't even look good. It looks
really don't.
basic as shit. It's
So-
usually just a black shirt with green and red. That's it.
people like boycott shit for like a day.
So I just want to know: Are we
Except St.
boycotting
Louis.
the?
They did that shit.
But we been had this conversation about.
We had the same conversation when it was with H&M.
Yeah, we like, yo, like, motherfuckers can't, like, why fuck with people that don't fuck with you anyway?
Exactly.
Like, it shit when what's his name from Louis Vuitton, from Off-White, Virgil. When Virgil got that job at Louis Vuitton, it shouldn't have been a big deal because they should have already had fucking black people there.
Yeah.
So he got the the head designer job, like, oh, the first black guy, like,
That should have been a norm.
yeah. It should have took fucking Kanye West to get you that job.
Yeah.
Even though he's talented, you know what I'm saying, he took Off-White, he had a couple, he worked for like Academics and all these other labels. You know what I'm saying, he worked his way up, but I'm like, it shouldn't have been that long for them to just be hiring their first black head designer or whatever. So it's like, come on, these people don't fuck with us,
So are we boycotting the fake Gucci too? Like the one that got the Gucci on the sweatshirt with the Fruit of the Loom tag? I just want to know.
So I always thought that was interesting because a lot of people are like, well, it's probably fake Gucci anyway, so I can wear it. But here's the thing, like, you still get free advertisement out of that. So while you're not directly contributing to their dollars, when someone sees something, it affects their mental. You know what I'm saying? So, and that's what I think about. Like when I think about if I'm gonna wear somebody's logo, anybody's logo, Champion, Nike, whoever, like. I ask myself, do I want to give them free advertisement? Because essentially, I'm paying to advertise for them. I'm paying to wear the logo so that other people can buy the logo.
You know, it's crazy when you look at certain things because, like look at Beats, for example. I mean, they're expensive. You pay $350 for that, but you can buy a Bose $350 headset, and it's 10 times better than Beats because people look at the names. It's like you buying the name brand. That's pretty much it. Yeah. And it's like people just like I can make a clothing brand called Poopy, and as long as
people wear it,
if the right people wear it, it's it, and I can sell it. It can just be regular cotton. Mm-hmm. Just put
they just did a social experiment with Payless.
I saw that.
Palesi or something like that. Like and they were like people's. I would pay like $5,000 for these, and they were like. Girl, these is at Payless for $30, girl.
What?
No, not these. Bitch, yes,
bitch. They right there.
These.
Like, come on, those are Steve Maddens. What you talking about?
People don't know what the fuck they buying, son. People just want to throw away their money, son. Like people with money just want to give away their money for some reason. Like I can't be like, oh yeah, I'm boycotting Gucci. Like, nigga, I don't got none at all. Like I never planned on having any, yo. Like.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm not just into that brand. Like, exactly. I'm not supporting nobody that don't throw basketball tournaments in the hood. No, shit like that.
I think that's where it got lost because I've said it before. Like back in the '90s, we had pride in black clothing lines. Maurice Malone, Echo, Sean John. We had pride in those brands because they represented us. And somewhere along the way, it became not cool to wear that. And you want to wear $3,000 for a T-shirt for a motherfucker don't give a fuck about you.
It's our fault.
You know who fucked it up? Crackheads.
I know where you're going with it.
I see that.
Let's keep it funky. Let's keep it funky. Once you started to see crackheads wearing shit like you, like this shit ain't cool.
So let's say, wait a minute.
It became too accessible.
Because if we see, I'm sure that you could see crackheads, drug addicts, what have you, wearing these knockoff Gucci shit too. It ain't gonna stop nobody from buying it.
They probably won't.
I see crackheads wear Nikes and shit, and motherfuckers still buy that shit.
At the same time, people are automatically gonna assume it's fake anyway. So it won't affect the brand regardless.
Who was fucking it up for our brands was us because we were bootlegging those too. Like, you know how many FUBU fake shit was all over the place, and all these other labels that were big and are all over the place. But it's like you don't really see bootleg black clothing lines out because there aren't really any black clothing lines anymore.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like, where do we go for somebody to represent us as far as fashion? Though?
I mean, I think it just starts locally. Like lately, and I recently posted something on Facebook, but like, there's too many talented people amongst us locally for it to be an issue. Like now that I feel like I have like a little bit of expendable income, I think very much about what am I saying with the dollars that I'm spending. You know what I'm saying? So I have friends that do paintings. I have friends that make toys. I have friends that do clothing lines, make t-shirts, all kinds of stuff. So before I go into someone's high price store and wear their logo, before I'm dropping $30 on this, let me see what my people doing. How long it's gonna take me to get a shirt from here? You know what I'm saying? Like, cause it's like you will pay $30 for a plain ass t-shirt that's just red and green. You know what I'm saying? But if your homeboy say, yeah, I got this shirt with a message on it, you know, but they have to pay more because they don't have the scale of economics behind them. So their material costs more. You like, oh, I ain't paying $20 for that. Nah, not from that nigga. Nah, pay that shit, dog.
Thank you.
Pay that shit.
And then the thing is, like, our people expect like, oh, I got a clothing line. Hook me up, bro. You my man. No, nigga, pay the whole fucking price.
It's a business, dog.
If you my man, you should be willing to pay the whole price. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I'm trying to support, I'm not gonna try to get something for free, nigga. I'm gonna pay for it because I want to support. I want to help you out. I want to give you that dollar. Like, oh, that dollar might let you know, like, oh, y'all believe in me. Let me go harder. Let me get what I need. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Like, oh, son, hook me up. Like, nah, don't hook me up. Like, nigga, I'm a customer. Treat me like my customer, yo. Like,
and this is why we end up going to white people.
Yeah, because niggas always want to fucking hook up.
But I've seen a video from T.I. where he was basically saying that we are the biggest consumers.
Oh, yeah,
the most
nationwide.
Money. Like, so
we
my
make
thing
the
is,
least and spend the most.
Right. So my thing is,
amazing.
We spend the most and we basically set the trends for a lot of other fashions. There's no excuse why we shouldn't.
It ain't cool if we don't wear it.
Well, I shouldn't be more black fashion. You know, more black fashion like I was in the 90s. Like,
oh, it should be.
Yeah, we just don't have that ownership and we don't have that support. And it's like, when it comes to these companies, Gucci, H&M, all of them, like, I don't even accept those apologies because it went through too many people for someone to not say, hey, this might be a little weird. You know what I'm saying? With everything that's going on in the news, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's no way all of y'all sat in here and said, oh, we didn't realize it. That's not what happened. Right. What happened was you saw it and you was like, fuck it, let's do it. They might be mad, but they gonna end up buying it anyway, so fuck them. That's what happened. Like,
yeah, and all they're doing is playing us.
That's what happened.
And we getting played.
Like, that shirt could have easily just not had lips on it.
Easily! Yeah. Like, what was the point?
Right.
What was the point?
Yeah.
Like,
they make ski masks all the time without the lip. Like, what? Come on, dog.
You
fuck
made
out
a
of here.
Turtleneck with
big red lips on it. Fuck out of here, dog.
The rest of it could have been any color. You could have made it
any
blue.
Color. Any fucking color, dog.
I was like, nah, that's
bullshit. Somebody was in the boardroom like, hey, y'all want to see something?
Y'all want to make niggas mad?
Hey, I bet you our sales gonna go up.
See a dead body?
Yeah, I know, right?
Get niggas to buy this shit.
Yep, that's the bet.
That was the blackface special. That was blackface one-on-one special. I was like,
and the thing about it is, like, all these other brands been doing that shit, and niggas is really just paying attention to the shit. Like Montclair been had coats with that fucking red smile and big white eyes on this shit. I know fashion and all these labels and shit. Like, niggas been doing that shit. So somebody posted a picture of Beyonce with this shit on. I was like, see,
I mean, but that's just what's my man Tommy Hilfiger when it was hot. The actual owner came out and said he don't make his clothes for black people. He don't want them to wear it. Ain't stop not near nigga from buying something. Not near one.
But to our credit, we did eventually like fuck Tommy Hilfiger. We stopped buying this shit.
He didn't say that. He said he didn't like the fact that his clothing were used because it's red and blue. That Crips and Bloods were using it as gang culture.
Oh wow!
But everybody, as soon as people say gang, they automatically think of black people. But no, everybody's in gangs. Even white boys is in gangs.
Yeah,
what about segue into what about the Floyd thing? When Floyd was like,
yo, I don't even know why people mad at Floyd.
That's what I'm trying to figure out. Why are we mad at Floyd? He's never been a black activist.
Like, what are we looking for? But one guy did make a good point where he was like, no, of course so it's not expected. However, when you have that much money and you are a black man, you are automatically put in a certain place for the race, unfortunately, because they make generalizations about us based off these people who are at the forefront of our race. And when you worth hundreds of millions of dollars, you kind of there, dog. You kind of there.
But he's never owned up to that.
No, but it doesn't stop people from looking at him like that.
Yeah, and he told you exactly how he felt. I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna live my life.
I mean, yeah, he did. He did.
He said it.
I wasn't shocked.
I wasn't shocked. That's why I was like, what's all the backlash about? Floyd has never been one to stand up and be like, I want to do this for the black community.
I feel like this. If that nigga could go back and read about some of the shit that was going on. Stop it. So if he can go back and read about some of the shit in history about why that blackface is so... Why it's so offensive? Why y'all laughing?
No. They put his face on the beat, and they was like, "Did you read what happened with Gucci?" He was like, "Read."
The thing with him is he like I was reading this shit and he trying
something he can't do.
It was like he was saying like all these rappers and all these dudes are acting fake mad are hypocrites. He like because everybody gonna be mad at something new, and he's not lying. Everybody's gonna be mad at something new next week.
He's not.
You know what I'm saying? So he like. When and he wouldn't got Dapper Dan because he fucked with Dapper Dan. You know Dapper Dan has a line with Gucci. Yeah. He finally has a line with Gucci. And he was like, and even Dapper Dan was like, yo, all these rappers used to come through and couldn't afford my fits. He said, you should let niggas put shit on credit. And then when they got on, they shit on him. He like, Floyd always fuck with me. You know what I'm saying? So he's like, he kind of understand where Floyd is coming from, like, because like, he's supporting Gucci, but he also go to Dapper Dan to get his shit. You know what I'm saying? So he's like, and Dapper Dan is like a Harlem dude. If y'all don't know who he is, he's like in Harlem, just making Gucci prints, all kinds of shit.
Like they had the Jeeps with the the shit for the cover for the wheel. They had the Gucci print shit like that. Like
but that would have been cool. But when they talked to him, he was leaving out the Gucci store. Well, no Dapper Dan in there, so it was like that's why people was like kind of upset about it. Like he was like literally like, I'm gonna go to this Gucci store, buy this shit, and come back out like, fuck what y'all talking about.
But it's not like he's saying like, fuck niggas. He's like, no, I'm not gonna act fake mad.
Look, I'm not mad at him. I don't have no problem with what he said because I think he's just being himself. Like,
I agree with him to a sort. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't like I said, y'all know me. Like, I don't give a fuck what celebrities think, especially niggas who can't read. So like, I don't really. It's like we always say, what does Ja Rule think?
Nobody gives a fuck about Ja Rule.
That was gonna go to my next point. Like, why are we looking at celebrities to be our black empowerment voice or whatever?
No, why? Because we got certain celebrities who feel like they do step up and do that.
But those are the celebrities you look to. The other ones who don't step up and ain't have a history of doing it, let them be. Don't even worry about what the fuck they talking about. The ones that actively do that, that's who we need to be paying attention to.
Like
we try to fit them all in the same bucket as the ones who are empowered and who woke or whatever.
Yeah.
And they're celebrities, but we can't expect all of them to be in that same boat. Like the ones who don't show that, leave them the fuck alone. Let them be who they are.
Yeah, because if I had $500 million, I wouldn't nobody bother me. Leave me alone. You know what I'm saying? I'm just chilling. I'm going places. Just leave me alone. I don't want to have to be no activist for nothing. I don't got time for that shit.
Oh, damn,
They wrote down.
Because it's like everybody want to be like, oh, you know, you should be doing this for people. I'm like, yo, then they will come back and backstab you at the same time too. So, yeah.
I mean, I get what you're saying.
It will.
That's probably the most pessimistic thing I've ever heard you say. I'm really shocked.
I'm a firm believer, and I'm gonna help who wanna be helped.
Right.
Yeah.
If I'm moving forward, y'all wanna come with me? Let's go.
Yeah.
I'm not sitting there waiting for nobody. I can't be like, oh, teach that nigga how to read real quick. Nah, nigga.
He's reading.
Killing this man. But no, I agree. I mean, I think of course it has to do with your background, and I understand when a lot of people from Floyd's made, whether it's background, like when they come up, like they probably feel like I came up by myself. Wasn't nobody out here giving me a handout, so fuck y'all, basically. And I can understand that because up until the point where when I came to college in Mercer, that's how I felt. It was me and my mama. Like, my family didn't help us. My daddy didn't help us. It was us. So the only person I was worried about when I made it was my mom. That's it. Fuck everybody else. Like, that was my mindset. You know what I'm saying? And it was only after I came into contact with friends in college that were like genuine and generous and caring and kind for no other reason but because they loved me and wanted to see me succeed. That's what changed my outlook on the world. That's what changed my view. And I'm like, well, shit, fuck it. If you need it and I got it, it's yours. Like, you ain't even gotta ask. Take it. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? But that's because of the experiences that I've had. So you can't just look at them and be like, oh, well, because you have this much money, you should want. No, because they may not have never experienced that kind of kindness.
Yeah, I think Floyd is in a position where he just take care of the people around him.
Yeah. And
like, I got so many people eating off my plate. I can't worry about what you niggas is fake caring about in the world, yo. Like, I gotta worry about my niggas. I gotta make sure niggas ain't out here Michael Vicking me. Like, nigga, I got a lot of illegal shit going on. I gotta make sure these niggas not out here snitching.
You gotta make sure that he taking care of the niggas that read everything for him.
Yeah,
that part.
Yeah. When the mail come like, my nigga, read this for me. How much that like?
Well, you gotta look at it too when somebody like Floyd, his
daughter,
mentality.
she probably be reading shit now.
Somebody like Floyd, his mentality, like y'all
in kindergarten.
Cat in the.
Now, hold on.
Can you imagine her coming home like, Daddy, can you help me read this? Fuck out of here. You don't need that book.
No, you know what he's gonna do? He's gonna punch you like, fuck it. But why'd you jab me?
He gonna dodge that shit like.
he's
got a shoulder roll.
Hey, Floyd, I'm just playing because you hit women and I can't beat you. I'm just playing dog.
Oh, I could beat him up. That nigga small as fuck. You could beat him up. He's small. Don't worry about it.
Listen, like I'm saying, somebody in Floyd's position who basically like has that mentality like, fuck everybody else, I did it on my own. He looking at it like, I got here on my own and I'm tired of motherfuckers telling me what I should and shouldn't do with my money. Okay. I got this money. Don't worry about the fuck I choose to spend it on, what I choose to boycott. That's basically what he's saying. I can't fault him for feeling like that.
But you gotta look at him. This nigga cut off his dad. Like, he cut off his dad for like a long time from training him. Yeah. His uncle trained him. So like, that's what kind of loyalty this nigga has. Like, he just cut off his own dad because his dad told him what to do.
That man made himself a boss. He don't want nobody tell him what the fuck to do. I mean,
no, he didn't. His father trained him. And then some shit happened. Then his uncle took over, and his uncle got him to the championship. So now he credited his uncle because his dad used to be a boxer. Yeah. So he credits his uncle for all his success. But he's like, nigga, I started training you. I'm your fucking father. Like, You know what I'm saying? So he cut his dad off. Like, they just really started talking back. I think, like, before he fought, like, De La Hoya or some shit like that, he just really started fucking with his dad again.
Maybe, I mean, we don't know the whole story at the same time.
I do. They had, like, they both told their side of the story. That's what I told you, like, it was like a whole thing.
It was. It did come out. Floyd is, like, really an asshole.
Yeah, like, he just got mad at his dad for, like, yeah, you can't tell me to do. I'm grown. Like, nigga, I'm your trainer and your father. That's my job. You pay me to tell you what to do. Remember the contract I gave you signed and read?
Not even
Another read, Joe. You can't read, nigga.
He's ill. What's the word again? Ill. Illitericized. That's the word.
My nigga rubbing the wrong to the. I'm going in the Gucci store. No, you're not.
That's not even Gucci.
Go to the left.
Nigga, that's 2 G's. Nigga, that is a women's bathroom. What are you talking about?
Like, he in here with the 2 G's in the front.
so petty.
In this building with the 2 G's in the
Y'all
front.
super duper petty.
Nah, y'all stupid.
He like, man, I thought there was some pants in here and shirts with G's on them. Nah.
With some Gucci in here.
Can we talk about the Grammys? Did anybody watch it? Anybody
No, I didn't.
catch anything?
I didn't watch it at all, but I guess shout out to the people who won.
Cardi B got best album, right? Or
Shout
rap
out to
album?
him.
Thomas Gambino got, was it best
Shout out to
record?
him. How about that? Shout out to him. 'Cause
God's
he's
Plan got the best rap song of the year.
This is
Who?
America.
God's Plan, great song.
Oh, I thought you said Oz playing. I was like,
Oh, God's Plan.
Oz
Yeah.
playing.
Shout out to that. Shout out to Cardi B.
Shout out to
I don't know why.
everybody else who won.
Yeah, and everybody else who won. Y'all too. I really just wanted to talk about the Cardi B thing.
Talk about it. Lay it on me.
You know, after she won, there was just a whole lot of support, but then also a lot of negativity. Always, right? Anytime she pulled in the Grammy, everybody was like, nah, she shouldn't have won. This person had the best album. Of course, there was a lot of Nicki talk. Yeah.
All right, Nicki Minaj. Cut it.
So, for one, what people should understand is, and I didn't know this, I had to look at myself.
Okay.
That's what you should understand. You should read it yourself.
Another
Like
read
when
joke.
we talk about
Floyd
when we
can't
talk
work.
about like best album or best song, like it's not based on the fans. It's not; those aren't the fans that are voting. It's the people that paid to be a part of that voting society. So like artists, record execs, those kinds of things. They're the people that vote. Their peers are the ones that vote on who has the best record. You know what I'm saying? So that argument is just out the window. Like we're not talking about fan favorites. That's not what it's called. So if you ain't paying to vote, sorry, not sorry. Shut up. But I also don't understand why they feel why is it that whenever outside of their beef, because I know they be beefing, but anytime Cardi B wins something, it's always like something's being taken away from Nicki.
Minaj.
Yeah, and it's like there are other people have beefed, you know what I'm saying? But we can still appreciate greatness in both, you know what I'm saying? But it's like people just don't like. It's like they want to choose a side, and I don't understand why.
They keep hyping them up to fight each other. That's what they want. I mean, it ain't no different than the Democrat or Republican thing. Everybody just want to be on a different side.
Well, I look at it a step further. I look at it as people putting too much emphasis on the Grammys for one. Like I remember back when I used to watch award shows, I used to take pride in the Hip Hop Source Awards. Like I thought they was like, I'm just saying, like those were real artists I listened to that we really took pride in our own people voting for. Like the Grammys is like, I don't even know who the folk voting on that. I don't even, like that shit don't mean nothing to me.
Grammys is just equivalent of Gucci, man. It's what it is now. Wait, what?
It's what?
I'm talking
Oh,
about.
you saying the Source Awards is FUBU and
Yeah,
Basically, yeah.
It's like
I was
everybody.
out here saying smart shit, but I don't catch it.
No. It's like everybody just want to jump on the. I gotta get a Grammy. So everybody's just falling on the Grammy thing now.
Because
you want the white man's fucking praise and approval.
Yeah, because you gotta look at it. When they talk about an artist, they'll say Grammy award winning or Grammy nominated. They don't say Source Award nominated or nothing like that. Yeah, really the first thing they say is Grammy Award nominated or Grammy Award winning.
Even what's my man? Even like Jay-Z in his last Jay-Z in his last song, like he was like, yeah, tell the Grammys fuck that O for A shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, but they still submitted their joint album together to the Grammys for voting, because you have to submit your stuff for it to be voted on. And they won a Grammy this year, but it's like And
You
you
sound like
don't
him,
need that. Like, look at you. Like,
But he,
bro, you
but
worth half
Jay-Z
a billion. You don't
he
need
got
that
like
shit.
13 Grammys.
Like, he
had
good.
Grammys.
He Gucci. Like, you just.
I think he got his first one on the Hard Knock Life album.
Jesus.
So he's been.
But yeah, the deeper issue is we do put placement
So
value.
let me ask you something. While we talk about Cardi B and my man at work. My
Oh,
man
and I
D-Reed.
also want to say for the record, let's not act like Nikki's skills have not plummeted.
Yo, she trash.
Go ahead.
But what do you feel about her boycotting the Super Bowl?
So she boycotted performing. Let me rephrase. She did not boycott the Super Bowl as a whole. Okay? She did not perform at the halftime show. However, she was in the city and she did perform at an event that was going on during Super Bowl, like during the Super Bowl weekend. So no, she did not perform at the halftime show, but she did make some money off that weekend.
Right.
So I appreciate her taking that stand, but let's not act like she was just like.
But one of my guys was like, okay, she said she boycotted it because because for Colin Kaepernick.
Yeah, that's what she was saying.
But then he was saying, so how is she gonna boycott over Colin Kaepernick? But then she has a video where she's dancing with one of the NFL owners who basically was one of the people who wasn't hiring Colin Kaepernick.
No, Robert Kraft walked out there with her. Meek said he pushed him to go out there. Meek was like, he gassed him to go out there and dance with her. So it's not like she told him, come on, Robert Kraft, like fucking Meek told him to go out there.
Oh, well, I don't know. But a lot of people were saying like...
Because Meek been hanging out with him since he got out of prison.
Yeah, he has been.
So
a lot.
So that's what I'm saying. So a lot of people were saying, I didn't know that background part. People were saying that like, well, how is she out here dancing with... So even when he came out there, was she still dancing with him, or she was just like...
So here's the thing. Like, I feel like the whole point of boycotting something is to stop the financial aspect, right? That's the whole point of boycotting something. Okay, so if you don't want to help them pull in revenue, that's fine. But you still have to have, if you want to affect change in other ways, because let's be clear, these owners, they make money regardless. They don't have to fill up one seat in the stadium, and they still gonna get theirs. The players won't get their shit, but they gonna get theirs. Yeah. So you still need to be able to have some kind of relationship with people on the other side to have that dialogue. Like, cause just boycotting shit, that's not the whole answer. You know what I'm saying? Like especially people who aren't affected by that financial revenue.
Yeah, people want to say words without substance now. They just want to say, "Hey, we're boycotting this."
I mean, Osmond King Jr.
You know
what? I mean, sir, what is what?
Boycotting does not work anymore because you can't have. You're throwing fucking rocks at a fucking giant. Like these big conglomerates don't give a fuck.
And at the same time, it's like they don't.
It just has to be global. Like
back
when in the 60s and 70s, even in the 50s when they boycotted, our economy was not as global as it is now. So when T.I. said black people spend the most amount of money, it's mostly black people in America, but it's also black people from around the world as well. So when we're boycotting, we can't just look at it as just, okay, we're going to boycott this country or this company in America. I don't know one huge company in America that's not anywhere else. So it could work, but it has to be on a global level for it to really affect them.
But they said this was the lowest rated Super Bowl.
And I think that had a lot more to do with Saint fans. Right. You know what I'm saying? Now, take a second and think about that shit. Like, that's crazy.
Yeah, but like a lot of people are saying, like how you were saying, people, we can't, it's hard to boycott everything. But if you say you're boycotting something for a specific reason, and you're around people who are directly responsible for that reason, do you think that's hypocritical? Is what I'm saying.
No, because you still boycotted what you went to boycott, the Super Bowl. Like, even if you say, okay, well, take Gucci, let's boycott Gucci. Does that mean that we can't sit down and have a conversation with the owner?
But she said she boycotted the Super Bowl because of Colin Kaepernick, though.
Yes.
So then, okay, you boycotted the Super Bowl, but the people who directly is not employing the person that you're boycotting over, you're being around those people. It's what people are saying are hypocritical, is what I'm saying.
I mean,
not directly the Super Bowl, but the fact that they're not hiring this individual.
No, because I'm still gonna get my bag. Yeah. So why am I gonna fuck up my bag? You know what I'm saying? Like,
because you already opened your mouth and said that this is the reason why. So you're already saying.
I can say, oh, this shit fucked up. McDonald's, y'all did some fuck shit. And then goddamn Burger King called me like, nigga, we got a bag for you. Like, but I don't gotta fuck with McDonald's. I come get that Burger King bag.
But that would be different if you. But Your dark. That's two totally different. Cause they sell kind of the same product, but that's two.
But
totally
if they don't want Sean to be flipping burgers, I can't I'm out here for Sean. They don't want Sean flipping fries.
I mean, I'm just like, even if she's
blackballing Sean
if she's
for fries
because they won't hire Colin Kaepernick, who isn't hurting for money in the first place. But if she's upset because they won't hire Colin Kaepernick, then I would venture to argue that you need to have conversations with the people who can change that.
No, they don't want to.
I'm just saying, like, there's no reason to ice them out because that's not going to change anything either. Like, what is that going to do?
You know, what the real core issue is that shit is just happening too fast. So, like, yeah, we're having this issue right here, right now, right? But next week, it's going to be a different issue, and this is totally forgotten about. That's pretty much it.
Next week.
That's the reason why. Exactly.
It's gonna go right back to I just fuck your bitch and some Gucci flip flop. Go right back to that shit for the summer.
But that's the real reason why.
That's my shit.
That's the real reason why nothing gets done, because it's like one thing after the other. It's like one thing happens, everybody forgets what happened last week.
But hold on, I understand that these things happen. I understand that these things happen rapidly, and that's because we have access to this information like the fastest that we've ever had access to information. However, that's your personal attention span. If it's really that deep to you, then you will continue to fight for the good fight. Yeah. So I mean, I hear what you're saying, but that's bullshit.
But at the same time, it's like it's like if you're fighting for that, it's cool and all, but you know everybody else behind you, they're eventually going to fall off as well. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It's like you're the one, you're pushing that agenda. You like, let's say this whole Gucci thing, but next week there's McDonald's.
I mean, but that's why you have to keep going. That's just like the lady the black woman that started the #MeToo movement. She had been doing this for almost 10 years before it caught on in Hollywood and this place and that place. You have to keep pushing if that's your cause.
You gotta have in her case, it was white women that almost kind of brought it to the forefront.
It was.
Yeah. You know, people paid attention to them more than they paid attention to black
per
people.
usual.
So for us to get anything done, white people are gonna have to be on top of it. Simple as that. And it sounds sad, but they're gonna have to. They're not only gonna have to be involved. They're gonna have to take over and make it seem like
I disagree.
No, they don't
I don't agree. I don't think they have to take over. I think that they definitely have to be vocal about their support, but I don't think it's necessary for them.
But you know, people gonna think it was their idea anyway. I guarantee if white people are like, yeah, that's wrong with Colin Kaepernick, they're not gonna even remember all of us, the black people saying it.
I don't think it's like that either. It's just that we kind of like sit back and let them do it or argue amongst themselves with it. You know what I'm saying? We just kind of like we set the parameters and we sit back, and then the white people go at it, and then it just ends up doing nothing. You know
That's
what I'm saying?
not gonna happen.
Wait, what are you talking about? It's not gonna happen for what?
What? All right. What are you saying?
I'm saying like we like let's say we push something. Let's say Black Lives Matter or something. Not for that. Just,
yeah, we know that's not gonna happen.
We're just gonna just throw white people like, hey, white people, this is our agenda. Go.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing. The thing is, most of our agenda, the things that bother us, they affect marginalized groups in general.
Yeah.
So it's not hard to get white women to join in.
Yeah.
And they have no issues with using our stories and our experiences to push the agenda. What's important is, and I think where the ball gets dropped on both ends, is once they've accomplished their agenda personally, then we're left behind. And we're not interactive. We're not vocal enough to keep going. You know what I'm saying? Like, so.
I also think it's a media thing where it's like we'll start something and then the media get a hold of it and it'll be a hot topic, that'll be a hot story. And once the media start fucking with it, it's like, oh well, you know, on to the next thing.
Exactly.
Because
even now it doesn't have to be that way now. I mean,
I
don't know too many people. I don't know a whole lot of people that don't get their news from social media sites first before they see it on CNN or whoever. You know what I'm saying? So if you can keep it hot on social media, you can keep it going.
But who's consistent enough to keep that going?
I don't know.
That's what we need somebody. No, I'm just saying. That's a rhetorical question. Rhetorical, like who's gonna keep that going? Like, do we have anybody who's gonna keep it going?
All right, let's put it like this: the internet isn't built for me because I'm 40 and I don't give a fuck, and I'm not gonna be on Twitter like, yeah, I'm gonna keep this going. Hashtag fuck whatever. Nigga, I don't give a fuck about this whole Gucci thing. Yeah. Because I don't buy it no way. I don't support them or whatever. So I'm not like, hold on, y'all forgetting, blah, blah, blah. Because, like, look at it. Last year, everyone was mad at Tom. Remember Tom Brady had the MAGA hat? And everybody like, oh, fucking Tom Brady, we not fucking with you. This nigga won like 2 more Super Bowls. I'm like, yeah, Tom Brady's the GOAT. Like, hold on. Remember y'all hated him for having the MAGA hat? He was a Trump supporter?
We still don't fuck with him. I mean,
people's attention.
No, niggas fuck with him. So the same motherfuckers who don't, fuck
they really
you.
do. Niggas still fuck with him.
The niggas fuck with Tom Brady.
You talking about Patriot fan niggas or just niggas in general?
No, Patriot fan niggas. I know black chicks.
I mean, me personally, I've never met anybody who wasn't a Patriot fan, nigga, white person, whatever, who fuck with Tom Brady. Like, they respect him, but they don't go out their way to listen to what the fuck he got to talk about. They don't give a fuck.
No, but he's not out here being political. He just happened to have a MAGA hat, and everybody was mad at him. He was like, I'm just going to throw these fucking touchdowns on y'all hoes.
No, I have no problem.
3 years later, this nigga is the GOAT, and everybody forgot about the MAGA hat shit. I remember that shit, Tom Brady. Fuck out of here.
If he try to go for political office, he gonna bring that shit up.
I was about to say, well, and his political views doesn't negate how his attributes as an athlete.
No, I'm saying
you know what I'm
that's
saying?
how.
Like, he can still be the GOAT in NFL and still be still have shitty ass political views. Like, both can be the.
That's what people attention spans are.
No,
that's what I'm saying about the Gucci thing. Like, soon as some other shit happen, then fucking Gucci gonna say Beyonce a bunch of shit, and she gonna wear it on stage, and everybody be like, oh, Gucci bitch. It'll be hashtag Gucci bitch on the fucking.
I ain't gonna lie, that Beehive, they gonna ride with her no matter what.
But I want to make sure we're not making a dangerous precedent. Are we saying that anybody who wears a MAGA hat is an automatic racist? Or
no.
Because that's what I'm saying. Like, that's what people are thinking. Like, that's the precedent. People are saying like the MAGA hat is almost the equivalent of a Confederate flag.
No. I'm talking about.
No, I'm not talking about you.
I'm answering your question. You said who's gonna keep the how'd you put it? Who's gonna keep it going for like the flame? Yeah, I'm just saying. Yeah, it should be the younger generation that is, but they don't have the attention span to do it.
Yeah. Oh, of course not. The internet ain't. I don't know.
Let me. I wouldn't put that on the entire younger generation because it is the younger generation that is now coming into politics and shaking shit up. So that's not.
Yeah.
That's not the entire younger generation. No, we do have a choice because people before us didn't have a choice and they didn't do it. So they have a choice. They have a choice.
On the flip side, the younger generation, and I've noticed a lot of this too, they've been extra PC about a lot of shit. Because it's a lot of shit growing up that we was like, they're going back to go find shit and find a problem. I'm like, hey, that's not a problem. Like, that wasn't a problem then.
Things are being problems now because they've been recorded.
Yeah.
Niggas I knew been getting beat up by the police. Now your generation is catching it on camera. We didn't have cell phones like, oh, they whooping Tyrone ass. I done seen police chase nigga all day around the block. Catch him, whoop his ass, let him go home.
Okay.
You can't do that shit no more. You fucking everything's on camera.
No, you can.
Y'all don't have real problems like we had back in the day.
Whoa.
But y'all,
what we're not going to do is compare struggles like one struggle outweighs the other. Because guess what? Even when they get caught on tape, they still don't go to jail. So what's your point? They still getting their ass whipped. They're not scared. These cops not scared out here. They plant evidence on camera with body cameras on. They don't give a fuck.
You know what though? I'm gonna keep it funky though. If you go to my grandmother that, she gonna laugh at you.
They have real problems.
She like, oh, these problems?
Okay, so
she like, nigga, I got beat up because I looked a certain way.
That doesn't negate the issues that are happening now. But that's my issue with the comparison.
See, this is what happens with a lot of the young folk. We're not saying that they're not problems. There are problems. We're not even trying to compare the problems.
He just did.
Not necessarily.
I did.
Well, yeah, he did. I'm talking about other people. But what we try to say is,
y'all problems have solutions. I just don't like
that is one aspect of it. Some of them do have solutions. Some of them do. But at our time, when we didn't have internet, we didn't have none of that shit. And shit was still wild racist. Like, yo, I grew up in the late 80s, early 90s. Yeah, but you can, say somebody says something on social media racist. I can go to that person's job, get them fired. We couldn't do that.
Yeah. Some local ass person who don't have the connects that they need or what have you, yeah. But the people who are affecting actual change, the people who are affecting our laws and the way that we live, these motherfuckers are still unfucking touchable.
They are. I guess what Ajay's trying to say is,
if y'all get 1,000,
and who is y'all? You still here? You can help too. Like, I'm confused.
I'm too old to give a fuck about shit.
Well, then why talk about it at all if you don't care?
I'm here. I'm on a podcast.
Right? We don't need solutions for people who not gonna participate. Sit back and enjoy. Like
This nigga's younger than me not participating.
and they not coming up with solutions either. Like don't criticize people for what they doing if you ain't doing shit. Like that don't make no sense.
Fine, I'm doing shit. I'm out here slapping motherfuckers and all kind of shit.
Wow.
God damn it. Slapping
Yeah.
shit. Slapping
But I mean, it's
like
like
black people. Like I love niggas. I mean, black people. I'm sorry. Don't slap me.
I feel like it's a double-edged sword because, like you said, like people who say racist shit, they get fired from their job, but white people still do it, and I think because it's not stopping them from doing it, so
it ain't stopping their
they gonna
livelihood.
find because you know what they feel like. Okay, I got fired. I'll find another job.
And they will.
And I feel like since Trump has gotten elected, just me, a lot of them come to the and I kind of appreciate this fact. They feel like, and I talked to somebody about work about it. It seems like a lot of closeted racists have come more to the forefront and let their opinions be known even more. So it's like a lot of them cats who use like I heard a joke where a guy was like, basically like white people mad because they can't say nigga. Because back in the day they could be openly racist and say, oh fuck that nigga, you can't come in here nigga or whatever. Now they gotta kind of hide it and be closeted with like how they really feel. They can't say it. But since Trump has gotten into office, it seems like they've come more to the forefront with it. And we like, aha, I knew you was like that all along. Now I really see how the fuck you feel.
But I'd rather know how a motherfucker feel than have some sneaky, don't like me ass nigga.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I like. That's what
I know who.
I want to know exactly where you stand. It's a line in the sand, and I want to know where the fuck you stand.
Are we about to go to Liam Neeson right now? Because that's exactly what
I don't want to talk.
Oh, we talked about him last week.
Oh, we did?
Yeah, we did.
We did? Yeah, we did.
I don't want to talk about.
He's about to fuck Liam Neeson.
I do want to say this though, like on another note, when I tell a lot of people,
Widows was dope. That was a dope movie, but fuck him anyway.
No, when I tell people, even like with some of the young generation, our generation, the generation before us, because I have these, I speak to a lot of older folk, and I speak to a lot of older folk who went through the marches and all that shit, right? And the first thing they usually tell me, they be like, yo, okay. Like, they be like, yeah, we see the younger people doing stuff. Cool. That's what's up. That's what's up. But they feel like, a lot of older folk, they feel like, yo, your energy sometimes is not put into the shit in the right way or something. Like, the way that they explained it to me, they was like, yo, okay, all that marching and shit, we did all the marching. That's what we did. Y'all don't need to do that no more. Y'all need to find other ways of getting this shit out here.
Yeah, because shit don't work no more.
But see,
exactly, and that's what I'm saying. Like, and I heard somebody that was way younger than me talking about, man, this shit rough. I'd be like, it's rough. Like, bro, you in an age right now where you can really, it's not like how it was, though. Like, it's bad, but it's not horrible. Like, it's really not, dog. Like, it's really, truly not. We live in a good
niggas
age
got the
right now.
answers to everything in your hand at all times of the day, and what y'all do with it, take pictures of your dick with it.
But here's the thing though. Even back then, those people in the previous generations, they had black leaders who they looked up to, who galvanized them to start a movement. There's nobody.
Ooh, I like galvanized. I like that.
This is something that they also said too. This is why, and then a lot of the old people, they were like, yo, this is why y'all not gaining any traction. Y'all don't support any leader. The moment that somebody says, hey guys, let's do this, why the fuck should we listen to you, nigga? Nah, fuck that. We gonna do what I want to do. It's like, that's it. It's done now.
Not only that, but a lot of guys who step up and so-called wannabe leaders, we come to find out later on, like, they be with some fuck shit. Like, they ain't really.
Martin Luther King was with fucks. He was cheating on his wife.
But
that wasn't fucking up what he was fighting for.
But no, listen. No,
he wasn't fighting for faithfulness. This nigga was fighting for it. That's what I'm saying. Like, it wasn't contradictory to what he was fighting for.
In this climate right now, if Malcolm X would have been alive, we would have never, once we would have found out that he used to be a pimp, he was all this shit, we would have destroyed him.
Yeah,
because that's the climate we live in now, where we like, oh, you did some shit back in the day, it's too PC now.
Martin Luther King
we like, all right,
mean.
Yes, we would
hard body about hoes and side bitches.
Kid, look, you know I'm not lying.
No, here's what I feel
about it. I'm not lying.
No. I disagree because we have black figures right now that aren't necessarily political leaders, but they are leaders in the community in different ways, and people go out of their way to protect them. Like, my issue, honestly, with the people that I communicate with, if they see black skin, automatically, I'm going to support it. Don't matter what they did, blah, 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 XYZ, yada, yada, yada. You saw it with Bill Cosby. You saw it with R. Kelly. Anytime a black person is, like, criticized or what have you, in my experience, the opposite has happened. It's like, we just going to support them because they're black. Right. So that's not my experience. That's not my experience with the people that I know.
Right. So, to counter that one, what's her name? Kamala Harris?
Kamala,
whatever.
yes.
That's how you pronounce it?
That's how she
Okay,
pronounces
cool.
it.
So
I can't turn them on.
once people found out that she had a certain stance on something, we automatically started to cancel her.
She
And
got a
that's
white
what
husband.
and that's what I'm saying. Like we go back to go find you.
That's what I'm saying. The people that I know don't feel that way about her. They have not canceled her.
That's
why
fine. And I'm not saying like you. Honestly, I think the people that's a small, just microcosm of just people who just got sense. Let's put it that way. The people probably have sense. Let's talk about the general consensus of people. Wait, the general population of people who they get their information from memes.
Thank you.
They argue with memes. They don't look up any information about anybody about anything else.
Motherfuckers don't even click on the they don't even click on and read the whole article. They just go by the fucking title.
At the same time, Key, you're not gonna associate yourself with people that are
Thank you.
like that.
That's what I'm saying. Like, so what you saying makes sense for you. Like, that makes sense.
Because everybody that you focus
guess what though? I associate myself with ignorant niggas and smart niggas.
Thank you. I keep everybody.
I keep everybody around.
So then my question is, so what's
Satan worship over here? Everybody
I don't know
just.
about that.
I don't know about
Keep
that. So
everything
what qualifies somebody to be a self-appointed black leader? Is it their stance? Is it their background? What is it that? Because we got to look at all that. If we just, like you said, nobody's just going to follow somebody because they a black leader. I mean, because they say they want to change the hood or whatever. Like, what is it that?
How does anybody appoint themselves as a leader?
I mean, I feel like for me personally, I'm looking at your actions and I'm looking at the outcome that you're getting from those actions. Like, people don't look like, when I think about leaders, like, you don't have to be that vocal to be a leader within your community. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you see an issue, you step up and you do what you got to do to solve that issue. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't even have to be in the media spotlight, like nationally or what have you, to be a leader within your community. Like, I know a lot of people from my hometown and people from Macon, Georgia, that you probably will never see on the news, but they're leaders in their community. Like, they're making shit happen from behind the scenes.
I'm not talking locally. I'm talking about as a whole. Like, what are we going to do?
There's no answer for that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like,
there is none.
So that's what I said. So back then they had people who had the talent to galvanize them from back in the day. So who
I feel like back then, we was more of a community anyway. Everybody fucked with each other. So you kind of knew who it was. Most of the time it was, you go to church. And that's that's usually who your leader was. Somebody who was, number one, who probably was involved in the church. Might have been a pastor, somebody with the church in some type of way.
So then we need local leaders to connect with other local leaders to kind of build a national network of leaders.
Maybe. But this is what I'm scared of. This is what I'm scared of. You get somebody, then everything's cool. And like I said, what a lot of this, like what a lot of the new generation does, they go back and find something wrong and be like, yo, he punched the girl one time, so no, we can't fuck with him.
It's not
this is the generation.
And I'm like, and that's what I was trying to say earlier, kid. Like we in this generation now, like the newer generation, they're canceling people because they're like, well, we found one thing wrong with you. We don't allow you to evolve and learn from your mistakes, and we're just like, fuck it. You canceled, so we ain't gonna do that. So nobody wants to be a leader.
Like, perfect example. Like, every time somebody tries to become president, they found all this shit. Where the hell do they find that shit?
Unless you're white.
And that's why I tell people,
No,
everybody's
like,
like,
yeah,
you
don't
care.
No,
they don't care.
No, if you do some racist shit, they gonna find it. They don't.
This generation
gonna fuck you, white, purple.
Yep, you can still be the
president.
president.
Blackface. You're right. Come back on you.
Right.
That's why it's so amazing that Obama made it through the cracks and became president. Like,
cause they built him in a fucking laboratory somewhere, yo.
Exactly. Like, he really didn't have nothing in his background. They could really pin him.
You smoke weed. You smoke weed. That's so bad. Oh my God, you smoke weed.
Yo, that's why I keep hearing everybody's like, oh, Oprah and fucking Michelle Obama should run for president. No, they would destroy them.
Yo, and just when you thought of Oprah, I did want to talk about this. I don't want to kind of stray too away from the fact, but I think it'll kind of go alongside with it. Y'all saw what Monique did.
Is she gonna fight Steve Harvey?
Yeah.
I ain't heard about it. I don't know what happened.
Oh, did they actually air that episode? They were saying that.
Aired that episode.
Oh, okay. Because I know they had. I read about it, but I didn't know that they had aired it.
So what happened?
So Monique, back on her, she was talking shit about how Lee Daniels, Oprah, Whoopi Goldberg, Steve, all of them like they just kind of shitted on her, right? And Steve was like, yo, I already had a conversation with you and told you that I get what you're saying, and I agree that you were right in what you said, but the way you did it was shitty. And then she was like, yo, you went out there on a show and then told these people to suck your dick. Like, what kind of...
Was you talking about the Netflix thing?
Yeah. Because you already know how we felt about it. We was like, Monique, what the fuck have you done lately?
Yeah.
Honestly, that was the name of the episode. What have you done lately? Because you ain't did shit. Yeah. You can't go in there demanding more money when you ain't got shit out there. Just because so-and-so got this and that, so-and-so has been touring. What have you been doing? Like, come on, bro. Like, what you supposed to do? And like everybody said, take the money.
Steve Harvey.
You like take the money. Go ahead, put a show out, put a dope show out. You're gonna get another show. That's what Netflix is doing. Yeah, they do. That's when you up the ante on them. He was like, yo, you just did it wrong. That's all it was. And you tried to make it seem like everybody was the problem except for you. So she started talking like wild reckless, and she was like about to smack him. And that's what I read. And then Steve was like, yo,
I'm gonna call your husband out here.
I'm gonna fuck him up.
Shoot toe to toe with your husband.
Now, this is what I respect about Steve. He could have just said, bitch, I'll beat your ass. Because he's from a time where you would still smack chicks. Like, that was a time where you would smack chicks if they did shit like that. Or he'll probably pull out a blade and cut you because that's what motherfuckers did. He was like, nope, I ain't gonna do that. I'm gonna whoop your husband's ass. I applaud that man because he could have put hands on him. If she would have put hands on him, he could have done that. Honestly, he could have done it. Would it have been right? No, but he could have. He's like, nope, I'm gonna fuck you up. Like, come here, husband, I'm gonna fuck you up. Because you need to tell her to chill the fuck out. Like, chill out. Like, because we don't do that. Like,
I haven't seen it, so I think I would like to see it.
I want to see that.
I want to see that shit. I don't like to see
it. We don't know the dynamic of...
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, that's what I'm trying to figure out.
She might be the one who run the relationship, so he can't tell her shit. So
she obviously does.
Right.
So you can tell, like, she's one of those loud chicks that...
She doesn't say that. She said, listen...
Look, what she says and what she does is completely different.
I'm saying, but who you are at work and who you are at home can be two very different things, especially with women. Especially with women who are in charge. That is often the case. You're often the leader at home, and then you have to dial it down, or at work and you have to dial it down.
That would have been a situation if she really knew the situation. Yo, that's not the first time she's ever rose up on somebody.
I mean, she's from Baltimore. Of course, it's not the first time.
Exactly.
But I'm just saying.
So I'm like, if you rising up on Steve, you rising up on your man.
No, because she could have a higher level of respect for her husband. Like that's possible. Like.
I don't know.
I don't know the dynamics of that.
That's what I'm saying. And she has said on multiple occasions that because most of the time she is the breadwinner in her home, she makes an extra effort to make sure that she doesn't take that dominant personality with her husband so that he doesn't feel emasculated. And he's still there, so.
What the fuck? Again, he paid the bill this month.
What is she going through? What is she going through to start causing all this shit? Like, why is she
got a fucked up attitude.
Yeah, I think I always said, I thought that what she said was accurate in as a whole in Hollywood, but again, there was a more tactical way to get the results that she was looking for.
Yeah, how about this?
But everybody don't.
I can't walk into my job right now, and if I ain't been doing shit, be out here like, y'all motherfuckers about to pay me some more bread. Y'all about to make me a supervisor, yo. They're like, what the fuck you been doing? Fuck that. I deserve it because more black people should be supervisors. They gonna tell me like, you suck my dick. Get out of here. That's exactly what they gonna say. I'm like, you ain't had to say that. I'm just walk away like, all right, sorry.
I mean, if she built her way up like you guys said, it would have worked. All she had to do was take that show, do it, don't complain.
Well, the thing about it is, Netflix has shown to pay other black comedians a lot of money.
Other black male comedians.
Well,
which was a part of her argument.
Yeah.
What other female comedians have stepped up? What other female black comedians have stepped up?
She cited Tiffany Haddish.
She got some bread. She got some bread.
But she didn't make as much as the black males or the white females, which was her argument. That's what I'm saying. Like, her argument is very valid. They do not value black women in the entertainment as much as they value white women or men in general. Okay. That's a valid argument.
This might sound so terrible, and I want y'all to bear with me. Monique's just not fucking funny.
I hear a lot of people say that. I find her funny. But I also don't find that some white celebrities that make a shit ton of money, I don't find them funny either.
No, they're not. Like Amy Schumer, she wasn't funny.
I don't find her funny.
But you know what she was funny as shit. But you know what she came off of? She was coming off of the movies. Yeah. And that's what I'm saying. She had something to back her and why, hey, this was going on.
That's all Hollywood is about. No matter what you doing.
Monique didn't have anything. That's all it was.
And like, all right, if you're not heavy on social media and you can't prove to them that you can draw a crowd, they're not gonna fuck with you.
I mean, yeah, that's what they said. That's
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's not like
Tiffany
she's
Haddish,
like 1,000,003 followers on. I never seen Monique on Instagram. Is she on Instagram?
I don't know.
I wouldn't.
Thank
I
you.
wouldn't. I don't want to watch her on Instagram anyway.
Thank you.
Like,
That's what I'm saying. Like,
let's say a famous female black comedian that's hot right now, right? Came and did a Netflix show and got paid that much. I would have been more like, yeah, that's a problem. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
but it's kind of hard to see it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Like,
From her point, for her, it was hard. But like I said, even Tiffany Haddish, when she did her special, like she wasn't as hot as she was now, but she was gaining momentum.
Yeah.
She still made the least amount of money. She made less money than Amy Schumer pulled in for her first Netflix special.
Emma Schumer's catalog was bigger than Tiffany.
That was before she did the movies and sold out stadiums. Amy Schumer's first Netflix was before all of that.
No, I don't think
Yes,
so.
it was. Her first Netflix special was before the movies because that's the only one that I find funny. That's how I remember. It definitely.
If
Amy
it's the
Schumer
one that
also have HBO specials.
Yeah, I would say Amy Schumer. She's been out for a minute.
Yeah, she also has HBO.
Now I don't take nothing from Tiffany Haddish. She's been out for a minute too, but that's a person that, let's keep it funky. That's a person that mainstream America is just now starting to find out. People kind of already knew about Amy.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, like, it's different dynamics when it comes to it.
Because Tiffany Haddish don't do stand up. Like she doesn't. She's not known for her stand up. More she's for the movie roles she's been doing. Right. She does stand up.
Yeah,
I mean, I know her back in
But
like she did
she's
that
not-
comedy jam though.
I've known her from when she was like on like Comedy Central and shit, like doing sketches and shows and shit. I just started seeing her do stand up on like YouTube. Like I never really saw her do stand up. I saw her more on TV than I seen her. I didn't know she did stand up.
Yeah, I
Until
remember
I seen
her
her
being
on
on Def
YouTube.
Comedy Jam and all of that.
But my thing is this, Monique, what have you done lately?
Yeah,
That's
back
all
to
it
her.
was. Like, you ain't
So
get
it boiled
you.
down to get yourself hot. Shit, we
Yeah,
trying
that's
to
all
make
it is.
ourselves fucking hot.
Thank you.
I
Look,
mean,
we look like.
controversy got her hot. Maybe she should renegotiate now.
thank
Yeah.
you. I don't know. And if we
One of
gonna
us
stay on-
gotta fuck somebody famous, yo.
But I think
We're looking
that
at
carried
you.
over.
Oh,
What? That carried over more from more than just Netflix. That was
You
also
gotta
how
fuck somebody
she
unfamous.
got
Wait,
treated
what?
after the
You said you gotta fuck
Precious.
somebody famous.
She got the best chance of fucking somebody famous than we do. Like,
yeah, we don't have a chance at all.
yeah, like
No.
I don't got no chance of.
Why do
fucking.
we need to fuck someone famous though?
This nigga's late. All right.
No, I'm serious. Why? It don't make no-
It's
Again,
all-
that's what I'm saying.
All right, we just gonna ignore
Yeah,
you.
you-
yeah,
Like,
you
for one
missed
thing,
it,
it's
bro.
All-Star Weekend. Everybody's
Yeah.
in town.
Come on, bro. Like, you
Yeah.
missed the whole thing.
Yeah,
You
I'm
gotta
trying
take
to
one
make
for the
sure.
team.
I don't. I've never been a good team player. That's my mom.
You
What?
gotta take one for the team.
Damn,
Goddamn,
bro. It's called basketball. You know.
I
Ain't
ain't
trying to
playing
pass
that
you
there.
that cock. I mean, rock. I'm just saying. You know.
You can get the bounce pass back. I'm good.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, you don't
He
know
always-
that.
You gonna bounce ass back?
No. That was really good.
She don't wanna go on that
That was really
smash
good.
break?
No, bro. You can get the hard screen, though.
Oh,
Yes, I know.
you gonna get hard. That hard foul. But if we're gonna stay on like people, and it seems like with like
Niggas.
shut up. With like women and men, did y'all, and I kind of want to end it on this one too, like the whole Bow Wow shit. All right.
What? Oh, yeah, I forgot
okay,
about that shit.
now a lot of dudes are screaming that this is double standard, right? And I saw the video.
What video?
It was a video
in
of
the elevator.
in the
Yeah,
elevator.
yeah, I
Now,
saw that video. Yeah.
I saw a chick say, and this was that's exactly what he deserved because he was in her face and he was yelling at her. I would fucked him up too, and I was like,
She probably fight niggas though.
and I'm sitting there like, wait a second. And I'm like, wait. So I'm like, but if you
Whoever
would,
made that statement, she
but if
probably
you
fight
would have
niggas
beat
though.
the
Like,
shit out of
The
her,
ugly girl made that statement.
Oh, God.
yeah, she wasn't all that cute. Who said
Thank
that?
you.
Well,
But
I know ugly statements. When
let's
I
keep
hear
it funky.
ladies and gentlemen of John.
Yeah, you missed.
I can sense everything.
Oh,
I gotta ask you a question, Key, because you're a female.
I am.
You're a woman. You
Yes,
see-
I am. Go ahead.
Wait, what?
Okay. All right.
I thought you were this whole time. You know?
Spank bank.
Every time. So, do you feel that she was in the right to put hands on him
Let me
because
let
of
me start
words?
let me start with this, okay?
Mhm.
I'm not gonna start a physical altercation with any gentleman, big or small. Now, if you start one, I'm a damn sure try my best to kill your ass. But I'm not gonna start one. Having said that, people were saying this prior to knowing, like you said, the whole story, right? They were like, oh yeah, it's a double standard, blah, 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 XYZ. Because the original story that came out was, oh, there was an altercation in the club, and that's where she attacked him. That was when the pictures first came out, that's what they were saying. Then we found out, oh no, that's not the case. Then they released a video in the elevator where they had to be pulled apart or whatever. And then they released the emergency calls or whatever. Now, according to her, she was also attacked. It wasn't just she jumped on him. She said that he attacked her, and he said, I'm going to hit you in places that they cannot see, i.e. not her face.
Right in the pussy?
On your head.
Stomach, like, yeah, like, so he's, I mean, I used to do it to Tina all the time. She started to perform, like, he used to fuck her up. So yeah, so there's more coming. Like when she finally did make it out of the house, that was her second time calling the police. The first time she called, according to her, she was held in the room and they would not let her out. So when the police arrived, his homies was like, no, mistake, ain't no big deal. So they left. She had to call again to get out of the house. So it's not just because the statement that his team put out was she was jealous, she got drunk, she attacked him. And that's
They said she was all like in Shaq face. He got mad because she was all on Shaq and shit.
Yeah, that's what I heard too.
But if Shaq out here got motherfuckers risking it all. God damn it.
He like, that movie still wasn't just about an armor suit.
So to answer your question, no, I do not condone domestic violence for words. No, I don't think that's necessary. But I don't subscribe to the story of her just being a Tasmanian devil that just attacked him out of nowhere either. I think they both was drunk, they both got issues, and they attacked one another, and it's fucked up.
Keep your hands to yourself.
Keep your damn hands to yourself.
Men, women, please.
Keep your hands to yourself.
I don't care who it is.
Keep your hands to yourself.
We ain't gotta worry about that. Y'all can curse each other out all day. Just curse each other out. Go fuck his homeboy. Go do some other shit. But
I want to keep my vagina out of this as well.
She probably didn't want to because she probably wanted some of that Shaq.
She wanted that splagnosis.
What? That Shaq Dak.
What?
Talk about a whole new meaning, the Shaq attack.
You talking about the Shaq Dick Cities? Dick City 9?
So yeah.
The Miami meat.
I'm done.
The Boston Clit Licks.
Hate y'all.
Shaquille O'Squeal.
Let me know when you're done.
Shaquille O'Drill.
Okay.
I think I'm almost done.
He was in that movie Still. That's all I can get out of there. It's Still.
Like it was still wasn't just about an armor suit.
He was talking about his dick. Let's leave it at that, okay?
Wasn't he in Kazam too or some shit?
He was, and he lives on Brown Star Island in Miami.
Okay.
All right,
We're done.
All right. I got it.
Shit out that dead horse.
I haven't heard that service so long. That's awesome.
Part of the Orlando Magic.
Oh, shit.
Yeeber.
Los Angeles Lakers.
Houston Cottage cheese.
Yo. Never go ahead.
The Cleveland Cavaliers, bro.
So that's the end of the show. We're gonna just end it right there.
Till next time.
The Phoenix Cubs, bro.
That nigga played for a lot of fucking
Yeah, we just named out all his teams.
Yeah,
he played for all those teams.
In New York, I can end it, but I ain't gonna do
Nah,
that.
he ain't played for New York.
Nah, we just naming teams.
Oh no, those are all the teams we named that he played for.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the
There's a
whole.
lot of teams.
Yeah,
There's a lot too.
he got around. He was apparently gonna get around the Bow Wow shit. Look, fuck that. Bow Wow has a history just having his chicks like taken and fucked by other
you right. Didn't Future smash one of his joints?
Yeah,
they
he
were
smashed
like,
like
are
4
you
of his
looking at
joints and
4?
had a baby with one, I think.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I only know about 2. Who the other 2?
We don't know them. They regular daglers. I think Drake fucked one of his chicks.
Drake fucked everybody.
I mean,
Chick.
if they
Ajay fucked one of Bow Wow's
together,
chicks.
chicks.
He told me about it. It was cool.
Drake.
I feel like Bow Wow just strikes me as like little dick
Lame.
energy. Like,
Yeah.
He's lame.
That's
Well, he
like,
don't
he
know
just-
better because he had money since he like.
yeah, and that's the problem. That's the
5.
problem.
That nigga
His
had
money,
money.
his security
5,
lies
bro.
in his money, which is also why I feel like he got a little dick energy. Like,
You wouldn't let Bow Wow beat?
fuck no.
Damn. You ain't never had a crush on Bow Wow growing up?
It's a no.
Really?
Never.
No, the first female I've ever seen that's ever said that because she's
Never.
like, I love Bow Wow, Bow Easy.
I mean, I was, hitting my little, you know what I'm saying, but I wasn't. No,
Are you
there were
Bow
no
Wow
hard
generation?
eyes.
Like,
She is.
Yeah.
I am.
She is.
How's Bow Wow?
I think it's like
30,
barely
30,
30.
31.
Barely 30,
Yeah.
It's like 29, 30 or
Like
something.
42.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, that nigga.
He just been on the scene since he been like 5.
That's what I'm saying. He's been on it since he was 5. Like, bounce with me. I remember that.
Yeah,
dumbass song.
I never.
And so he probably has no fucking social skills.
None. 0. He thinks he's one of
He's against
Mr.
whatever
106
he
in
want.
Park. That's what he tells people when he walks up to like people at the QT. I'm Mr. 106 in
Everybody
Park.
knows
Man, he
AJ
was-
is Mr. 106
Man, he
in
was
Park.
on that show, and that show got canceled right
Yeah, you went from a guest to a host. Like,
Yeah.
And then the
Then he
show
got
got
backwards, nigga.
Hey,
What's that?
hey, you need a job.
Nigga went from-
Yeah, I need a job.
Like, you're not selling records anyway. Why don't you come on over here?
Then he ended up on CSI Cyber.
That
Oh, yeah, I
lasted
remember that shit.
6 episodes.
Man,
Yes.
the only reason why they
Damn, I heard
hired
of CSI.
That was the only
Yeah,
one
they
that
did.
didn't survive, you know.
Yeah.
Like, they got every CSI ever.
I didn't know.
They got CSI amongst
See, he
Coda.
be feeling
Fucking CSI. Fucking
What is
Cyber lasted no
Wait a
episodes.
second. So CSI Monk's on it and walk up, he like,
And that nigga was in a
That was
wheelchair,
dead.
like Drake and Degrassi. Nigga, like, get the fuck out of here.
yeah, boy, that boy.
That nigga
dead.
showed up. That nigga showed up with a bit of the show, and the fucking credits started rolling. Like, yeah, we canceled this shit.
the only reason why they, the only reason
They
why,
canceled that shit in the middle of the first episode.
the only
Nigga.
reason why they
I
hired
fucking
Bow Wow
hated
is
John,
to
dog.
cancel it.
Basically.
Petty.
If we about to cancel the show, what's Bow Wow?
They gonna be on CSI Twitch and shit. Like they had a subdivision catching illegal gamers.
Yo, they wait, pause. They did have some shit like that. It was the bullying shit that they were trying to do on Twitch.
Man, look.
That shit was wild. They were trying to find like
He gonna-
gamers that were bullying girls online.
He gonna be on the next
Like,
Law and
what?
Order, yo.
Hey, don't do that. Don't do that.
He
Don't
gonna
do
be
Yeah,
that.
on
Law and Order's about
Don't
to
do that,
end,
Law
bro.
and Order.
That's
That shit
it.
what's
not
the
funny,
name, your
dog.
boy-
Chill out,
your
chill
boy-
out.
finale.
Chill out, dog.
Ice he gonna
Chill
walk
out.
up to him like, rape.
Chill out, dog.
Ice he gonna be like, yeah, he gets his kicks off of looking at little girls. Call himself Bow Wow.
He used to sell records back in the day, but I think he
Hey, I don't know who tried to start some shit with Ice-T online, but leave that nigga alone,
That
dog.
nigga said, thanks for watching the show, asshole.
Leave that nigga alone. Like, I feel like the
Come
person
back
that
and
did
get
it
him.
was too fucking young to understand
Clap
who
back,
he was
bro. Like,
before
you don't
going to
know,
the
like,
SVU.
That's popular. You
Leave
don't
that
wanna
nigga
be-
alone,
That nigga
dog.
said,
Song
you
called
fake
Popular.
cop.
Leave his
He's
ass
like,
alone.
Thanks for watching the show, asshole.
Now let me go collect this check, motherfucker.
That's my guy on this. Yo, that's how I know, like, I got a fucked up sense of humor. Like, me and my grandmother, we'll watch Law and Order SVU and laugh the whole episode, only waiting for this motherfucker to say shit. He like, yeah, Your Honor, I ain't rough him up too bad. I just punched him in the stomach a little bit. I'm like, wait, what?
I just shot him 8 times in the chest.
Exactly. But you know, he gets his kicks off and looking at little girls that play with dogs. So I had to fuck him up because he didn't rape her. What are you doing?
That nigga funny as shit.
You know, Coco. Like, what are you talking about right now?
Jesus be offense.
Exactly. But I think that's it, man. This was a good episode, yo. We talked about some stuff. Things happen as normal.
And John lit his candle from bed. I mean, damn. Sean lit his candle from Bed Bath
Yo,
and
he
Beyond.
mad.
Nah, I got that shit from Walgreens.
Oh shit, Walgreens stepping
Spending
up.
big money.
Walgreens, I got a Walgreens card. I be in Walgreens all the time.
And they get one of them candles. That shit is.
Swipe.
I lit it because it's, you know, it's supposed to help with stress and release stress and things like that. It's pretty soothing to me. I like the way it smells. Eucalyptus and mint. I like it.
That's what's up.
And plus, my old lady wears it a lot.
Eucalyptus?
Yeah, it's time. When she comes out the shower, that should be like the whole house smells like. I'm like, Jesus Christ, what is this? Eucalyptus and mint. Okay, you better get this eucalyptus
there we go.
dick. Like, what's
Oh,
up?
You
shit.
should have said eucalyptic. That's what you
Yeah,
should have
yeah.
said.
Nah, it
What
sounds
it
too
sound
much
like?
like
Like,
that.
yeah.
It sound like lip dick.
I was hoping he was going. I was like,
Thank
please
you.
don't
Look,
go
he
there.
knows me.
I was like, please don't go.
He knows me. You know, I don't take the easy jokes. I take the high road. Like, you gotta do that.
As long as you don't take the back road.
Kill that 40.
Well, if I'm the one driving, I'm going back here though, right? Like, I'm not the one having the road driven on me.
The road less traveled.
You gotta punch that brown star.
So I gotta tie up a new that.
What you
He
say?
said Delicioso.
Hey, Mario, what the fuck?
No, you got that's Dora the Explorer.
I know.
I'm about to say, what?
We did it. We did it.
The damn map used to be like, "Nyeh." Or was it the backpack? One of those.
Yeah, the
motherfuckers. Like,
backpack.
Delicioso.
Yo, you wild. Or the Explorer.
Shit.
But yo, this was just your boy Sean, Mr. NJ Brick City.
Ja, up in the sky.
Yes, Kia.
Any hardware?
Unreal fiction.
And this is our family podcast. Thank you for listening. Happy Valentine's
Fuck you, Valentine's.
Day. Squad.
So, y'all niggas still going uptown?
I'm going.